Hello everyone, myself Jeevan Suchita, working as an assistant professor in the Department of CSC, SRKR Engineering College. Subject: Advanced Data Structures. In this session, I am going to discuss about deletion operation in doubly linked list, traversing the doubly linked list in forward and backward direction. What are the advantages, disadvantages of doubly linked list over single linked list? Applications of doubly linked list. Objectives: to implement different operations on doubly linked list, to understand the pros and cons of doubly linked list when compared to single linked list, to explore various applications of doubly linked list. Deleting a node from the beginning of the linked list. Have a look at this picture. I want to delete from this picture. I want to delete the first node, that is head node, from the existing linked list. So in order to delete this node, I'm taking a temporary variable and I'm storing this head node in a temporary variable. Now, if you want to delete this head node, at that point, the second node will be becoming as a head node. So we have to take the head of next node as a head node. That means head of next is nothing but the second node. We have to make this node as a head node. And next, at the next step, you have to make the newly created head node of previous pointer as null. At last, you can delete or free the temp node. Here comes the C routine for deleting an element from the beginning of the linked list. Here in a temporary variable, I am storing the head node or root node, and I am making the second node, that is head of next node, as head node, and I am updating the head of newly created previous node with null value. And at last I am freeing the M, that is we are deallocating the memory of the previous head node. Deleting an element from the end of the linked list. If you look at this picture, now from this picture or from the existing linked list, I want to delete the node 25 here. So when I want to delete 25, I am taking a temporary variable and storing that 25 in a temporary variable here. So now I am making this this last node, previous node, last node, these last nodes, previous node as last node. And next, at last, you have to make this last node's next pointer as null, which indicates that it is the end of the linked list. At last, the variable which is the node which is stored in temporary variable can be deleted. Here comes the routine. So this is the routine for deleting an element from the end of the list. In order to delete an element from the end of the list, first of all, you have to traverse from the beginning to the end of the list. So I have written a code here, temp equals to head. When head is not equals to null, that means if your head of next is not equals to null, that means you are having one more node to traverse. So like that, while temp is not equals to null, temp equals to temp of next. So until we get temp is equals to null, we'll be iterating the loop. Once if you encounter temp equals to null, that means that is the end of the linked list. I am storing the last node in a temporary variable, and I am making the last node of previous node as last here. As we have discussed in the previous slide, the last node of previous will be indicated as last, and if it is not equals to null, in the previous example, here last node of next is not equals to null. So we have to make last of next equals to null. At last, free temp. That means we are deallocating the memory. Now, deleting an element from the specified position of a linked list. In this example, I want to delete a node 15. So here this node's position is 2. So if this node is to be deleted, we have to update which one? The 15 of previous of, that means I'm storing this node in a temporary variable. Here the temporary variable is this 15, and if you delete this node, you have to update the next pointer of this node and the previous pointer of this node. So which you have to assign the temp arrow of previous of next. Here temp arrow of previous is this one, and temp arrow of previous of next mean this node. This node must be assigned with which value? Temp arrow of next. And next you have to update this pointer also. This pointer is nothing but temp arrow of next of previous should be replaced by which value? Temp of previous. Okay, at last delete the temporary node. Here initially I am assigning the head as head in a temporary variable, and I have written a for loop for I equals to 0, I is less than position I plus plus, where position defines the node which you want to delete from which position. So initially we have taken the I value is 0, 0 is less than 2. Why? Because we have taken the position value as 2 here. So we'll be traversing this loop until we find the second location. Once if you find that location, we'll be checking whether that node is not equals to null or not. In the previous slide, I have told you the temp arrow of previous of next should be replaced with temp arrow of next, and temp arrow of next of previous should be replaced with temp arrow of previous. At last, I am freeing the temp. And here comes the C routine for displaying the data in forward direction. Here initially the root is stored in temp variable and checking whether temp is not equals to null or not. If it is not equals to null, that means it contains some data. So when temp is not equals to null, printf %d of temp arrow of data. That means here initially the root value is 1000. So 1000 is not equals to null. So we will be printing the 1000 of data, that is 5. And we are advancing the pointer to the next node, that is temp equals to temp arrow of next. That means temp arrow of next is nothing but 2000. So 2000 is not equals to null here. So 2000 is not equals to null. So we have to print 2000 arrow of data which is holding a value 10, and we are similarly advancing the data pointer. And at last, when you reach this node, when 5000 is not equals to null, printf 5000 of data, that is nothing but 25, and temp equals to temp arrow of next, that is 5000 of next. Here the 5000 of next is null. So when you go back to the while loop, here the condition fails and will be coming out of the loop. C routine for displaying the data in backward direction. So here, whenever you want to traverse the list in reverse direction, first of all, you have to move from beginning to the end. So here initially temp equals to root, and temp arrow of next is not equals to null. We are traversing temp equals to temp of next. That means we are traversing from first node to the till you reach last node. For example, once if you have reached the end of the list, our temp variable will be holding which address? 5000. Here 5000 is not equals to null here. So I am printing temp equals to 5000 of data, that is 25. And next here we are updating the temp value with which value? Temp equals to temp of previous. That means we are going back to the previous node. Now here temp variable is holding which address? 4000, which is not equals to null. So we are printing temp arrow of data, that is 4000 of data, which is 20. And similarly, we are going to the previous node until you get temp arrow of previous as null. At that point, you will be terminating the loop. This is the code for printing the data in reverse direction. Here comes the advantages of double linked list over single linked list. Here in doubly linked list, we will be traversing in both the direction, which is not possible in singly linked list. And deletion of nodes is easy when compared to single linked list, and you can allocate or deallocate memory easily when required during its execution. And it is the most effective data structure to implement when traversing in both the direction is required. Disadvantages of doubly linked list over single linked list. Here we are maintaining one more pointer, that is previous pointer, in order to move to the previous node, which requires extra memory. This is the drawback when one of the drawback when compared to single linked list. And next, since all the elements are stored randomly but not in a sequential memory, so whenever you want to access that element, elements cannot be accessed faster. So this is one of the disadvantages in doubly linked list. And next is the applications of doubly linked list. A doubly linked list can be used in a navigation system where both front and back navigations are required. That is, in web browsers it will be useful. And next one is undo and redo operations in text editors. And last application is doubly linked list is used to implement rewind and forward operations in a playlist. At last, I'm concluding the overall concept of doubly linked list. A doubly linked list is a variation of single linked list in which traversing can be done in both the directions, that is left to right or right to left. It differs from single linked list where each node in doubly linked list contains an extra pointer to the previous node along with the next pointer. By using the previous pointer, insert and delete operations on doubly linked list can be done at the same time, but it requires an extra memory to store these extra pointers. As discussed already, the doubly linked list has various uses in real-time scenario like browser cache, undo and redo operations in text editor. Thank you.